Today on How It's Made. Lighters. It must have been a bright spark who invented this one. Dinosaur models. The skeletons will come out of the closet for this report. Hockey pucks. We visit a factory whose goal is always net profit. And high-pressure cylinders. The operative word is containment. But first... it's a case for combustion. Spin the wheel and you have an instant flame. Flip the lid and the flame is extinguished. A version of the lighter first appeared in the 19th century. At the time it was more of a conversation piece than anything else. A curiosity that ignited plenty of interest. Lighters aren't a novelty anymore, but they're still a hot commodity. To make lighter cases, a machine uncoils brass from a spool, pulling it to a press. The press stamps the brass repeatedly to shape both the top and bottom parts of the case. They're collected and placed on a revolving table. Then they're slid onto a hinge to link the top and bottom pieces. An electrode welds the hinge to the case, and then a mechanical arm knocks them down a chute to a worker who inspects the welding job. As the cases move on a conveyor system, they get a quick buff to prepare them for plating. The lighter cases are now plunged into a series of washing solutions and rinses, followed by a nickel solution, then a chrome one. It's the finishing touch for the lighter cases. It's time to move on to the inner workings. A die shapes a piece of steel to make the inside cases. Mechanized arms then place a tube and plate in the case. The tube will hold the flintstone, and the plate will form the top of the inner case. Epoxy seals them in place, and the cases move through a curing oven to harden the epoxy. A pile of flint wheels are arranged so that the teeth are in the proper direction. Grippers load the flint wheels into an assembly jig. These cams will eventually act as a catch for the lighter lid. A gripper places the cam in the jig beside the flint wheel. The assembly jig now receives little brass eyelets between the flint wheel and the cam. The machine slides the inner case over the flint wheel, cam and eyelet. And an automated device rivets it all together. A machine lowers a wick to the eyelet and threads it through. Blades move in from the side and snip the wick. This machine stuffs pieces of cotton into the inner case. The cotton will soak up and retain fuel when the consumer adds it later. Steel plungers tamp down the wick and cotton. Here, a die punch cuts a piece of felt to size. Automated arms pick up the felt and shove it to the top of the inner case. Grippers place a flint spring in the case just over the flint stone. Pneumatic screwdrivers drive the screw home. A rubber wheel spins the flint and sparks fly. their intensity. After the flint check, technicians install the inner unit in the case. They check the fit. They test the function. This looks like it's an open and shut case. It takes a lot of backbone to make one of these. Real dinosaur bones, millions of years old, are used to make life-size replicas. You'll find them on display in museums. They're very exact. Dead ringers for the real thing. The dinosaur looms large once again, brought back to life thanks to an evolution in casting techniques. Building these replicas is a job that can involve both high-tech know-how and hands-on skill. They start with the real thing, an ancient find. This is a dinosaur's upper jawbone. It's laser scanned, producing a three-dimensional image. The scanner feeds the image to a computer. Then it's time to go to print. But this isn't an ink and paper job. This tray is filled with plaster powder. Outlines the jawbone shape with a liquid hardener. The result is this plaster cast of the jawbone.